So here's the thing. People always ask about how to get back to this box back here to replace the speaker. So you start with that trim piece that's down here, which is this guy right here. It has clips that, so this just basically is down in here. You pull it up and it comes up pretty easy. You gotta give some pressure. So you do the bottom one. The same thing with this top here. You pull off the piece that's here. It's the same. It has clips like this. You have to pull off this side piece. There are two screws. There's the plastic screw. That's this little guy that is normally in the bottom, like on this side. And then this grip. This is a 2000 GMC Yukon. This just unscrews. And then the same thing. You pop this off. You can see the slots are in there. This pulls off. Your tweeter is, let's see if I can find it. So again, this just sits up like so in there, and then you just have to disconnect the tweeter. For the tweeter, it's super simple. There's a small tab. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes. So this tab sits in there, boom. You pull it out and that disconnects it. And then this again, same thing, latches. You pull that forward and that gives you access. So what I'm using is this Pioneer Shallow Depth TS SW200 2D2. This is dual voice coil, do 2 ohm, 8-inch shallow depth. The only change that you have to have is this speaker will not fit in this box, so you end up having to router the edge, but otherwise it's pretty easy replacement. So I've got the box out, and as you can see, the Pioneer of course doesn't fit. So what I've done is I've traced around the outside, and I am going to try my Dremel tool. I have a couple different bits to choose from to see what it's going to take, but this is a hard composite plastic, so too much speed isn't going to chew out, it's just going to kind of melt it. So we're going to do it at a lower bit and see how it goes, and I'll let you know what happens. So I was able to use the router bit, and on the Dremel tool, of course, I think I was kicking it right around 4 or 5. If you have a router, this would probably work a lot better. But I definitely put this in there so I can pull out the shavings. But as you can see, there's probably an easier way to do this. But I've only been routing for about 15 minutes, and just making sure overall that it's somewhat smooth. I've been able to kick it around, so I'm going to just keep doing this, and eventually we'll be able to fit it in there and make sure that it's good. I keep on wearing gloves just to keep this stuff off me, because as you can see, it's yeah, it makes a mess, but definitely will be worth it. I hate this song. Yeah. Of all the Christmas songs, this is one of the ones I hate the worst. The other ones is the Beatles, Merry Christmas Night. So here you go. This is set in, and I was able to router around. However, you can see that it makes a mess. Couple things. If you look right here, maybe if I show you like that, the rim of this right up here is not that thick. So I busted through there, and as you can see, right in here as well. So just to keep and maintain the sealed condition, the screw holes are actually sealed back in here. Back behind, these are sealed, so you don't have to worry about those holes going through. The speaker does come with a foam rim that's going to go underneath anyway, but I'm going to make sure that all this down in here and that right there is sealed. But yeah, I used the Dremel tool with the router bit here. So it's been about 45 minutes, I guess, and yeah, worked pretty good. What I did was, once I got this mounted in, that's the retaining ring, I used this weather stripping, put this around the outside because there was more than enough room around the outer lip of the Pioneer, and then I'm just using Gorilla Tape, it's kind of cheesy, to seal that in, but this holds this ring in place. And then actually I have some other weather stripping that's going to go around this outer part. This is the ring that was originally on there, and this sits on top like so. It's normally glued to there, and that's what keeps it from hitting the plastic on the inside. So I'm going to replace it with some weather stripping, cut it, and it's got a single sticky side, and that's going to work for that, but otherwise the box is done. So the retaining ring, that outside ring to keep it off of the outside of this, I mounted back in there. What I used was some rounded weather stripping and taped it in. It looks like crap, but it's behind there. But I wanted to retain this here, and I'm going to put a piece of foam on the outside, so that way when it's touching up against here, like the stock one, that it has something that keeps it off there and it doesn't rattle. But as you can see, it was doing pretty good. Good bass response, and everything's good. Made sure everything's sealed. Sounds great.